to let myself be tricked like this.
Where she lived, not how she lived. I would say below poverty line, if not for the fact that I've crossed the poverty line 100 levels up.
Somehow I have to find her. The question is, what are my taxes being spent on? Sarah needs electricity, and lots of it. These converters look new. Let's see. Stop complaining about my apartment. These cables come out of the converter. Sarah, where are you? Electric current powers up the antenna. It must be operational. Sarah needs to communicate somehow. I need to get a closer look. Sarah? The murderer wanted to pull me into a maze, get me drunk with fear. But I had nothing to lose, and had been drunk already for a week.
thought I'd be an easy target.
Give it up! You're trapped!
Funny. You're the one bleeding.
Get one fucking chance! One!
Great. Just show yourself.
Eat lead, asshole! What the?
You'll be completely fucked for killing an officer's body. You cunt!
Oh shit. Sarah?
I'd love to see the look on the commander's face trying to explain our corpses in the slums.
I wouldn't be called on the carpet for once. I'd be buried under it.
Fortunately, in this body, it's hard to blow someone's head off. Did you get the shakes too?
I had a slight desynchro.
Sunken face, bloodshot eyes like a junkie. James, you know how strung out you look?
Me? You looked in the mirror lately?
How'd you find me?
You know I'm a detective, right?
I didn't think anyone would bother trying to find me.
Ow, 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 ow.
Stay still. Why did you come here?
When we lost contact, I thought he got you.
So that's why you busted in here like a psycho on a hunch?
A little more than a hunch.
Meaning?
I have some questions, too. One, actually. You should be in your first shell. The comfortable and efficient one. What the hell have you gotten yourself into? And you're smoking, too. Someone's fallen into bad company.
His body must have been through half a century of addiction. It'll drop dead before I get used to it.
You're in your 30s, right?
29.
My bad.
My family thinks I'm away. I got the best synthesizer, remote work equipment. I didn't have to explain myself to anyone. And then fucking James Cara had to waltz in here and ruin everything.
I'm good at that. So what have you gotten yourself into?
It's a long story and complicated.
Good thing I'm a professional at complicated stories. Talk.
I didn't want to, but I had no choice. I did something sketchy, but otherwise...
Just spill it already.
Fine. You want it? Here it is. I rented my body on the black market.
Sarah, what was your motive?
Motive? Seriously?
I'm not judging. I just...
What is this, an interrogation? No, fuck you.
Fucking emotions management issues. What are these figurines?
They're memories. I've read that after an Icarite transplant, especially an illegal one, some can be lost. That one's the most valuable. was bad. Taylor and I hid upstairs, where you came in. Back then, it was just a 2 by 3 foot hole that ended in a wall of rubble. Instead of sitting in the cold with her teeth chattering like any normal person, Taylor started fiddling with the flashlight. And then something flashed in the pile of rubble, so we started digging. And we dug until we unearthed this little Statue of Liberty figurine. It was beaten up, but valuable. And we fenced it right away. And we came back here hoping to find more.
So, nobody was looking after you.
Ruin your own fast in the slums, because you can either afford children or you can afford new bodies. Not both. I was ahead of my family by the time I was 15. We found out there used to be a museum here, so we dug more. Day after day, till our hands were bloody. We kept digging for normal people. Portrait of misery, desperation, but for Taylor, we were adventurers on a fucking treasure hunt. We glued, fixed, and sold everything we found. Would you believe we excavated this whole place like a pair of underage slum archaeologists?
And the authorities just looked the other way?
They didn't give a shit. It's the slums. We were dirt poor and surrounded by dirt, but we felt rich. At least until Taylor tricked me. 8 years ago, give or take a few days.
I'm not holding a grudge or anything.
I remember exactly when she tricked me, because it was when I turned 21. Her subscription. And Taylor paid for it for me. She did it behind my fucking back. She only thought of others, never herself. Selfless to a fault. After a month, her subscription expired. We were broke. There was no one to help her. She wound up in the bank. And the body went to auction. And that's why I have to get her out. No matter what it takes. You're the detective. Now you know my motive.
Fuck! Damn it. Got any ambrosia anywhere? Anything higher octane?
I'll pour us something. Or you can also help yourself to ambrosia in the bedroom.
Remember it. This is older than me.
the expert. Sit down and make a toast.
So how did a slum girl get this job?
Maybe you got yours. I had to work for it.
Points for determination. Must not have been easy for you.
Fortunate combo. I had insomnia and hated wasting my time. I guess that's how I managed to pass all the exams.
Bottoms up. Honesty. I think we're gonna need it.
Okay.
Great. What's our poison?
Slum's chief export, apart from bodies. Moonshine.
Nice. Worse the neighborhood, the better the hooch. What are you renting the body for?
Surrogate. For some rich broad. A good one, I hope.
Sarah, please tell me it's not Jane Salma. I found her file.
Calm down. I checked her. I got to her. She had a similar case before, and they couldn't prove anything, even with plenty of evidence.
Damn it.
The arrangement came from me. She had the dough, I had the body with the right biological conditions, plus I could cover for her. That's why I know she's not a suspect.
Are you fucking nuts?
I'm risking everything for you, shithead. Do you understand that? The whole world doesn't revolve around you.
I don't think the whole world.
So trust me, like I trusted you.
Alright. So you rented your body. Where did you get this one? The current model.
Salma said it was recycled. Give one to me.
No. A recycled body? After what I've seen, that's hard to swallow. They must have put someone on ice for you to get it.
No. Somebody bought a new body, and no one wanted this one.
We can scan the shell and check.
There's no need, really. Let's not.
You sure you know what you're doing? You need to see the big picture of what you've gotten yourself into.
James, I have nightmares. Every single fucking night. I see her in them.
Welcome to the club.
Every morning, I wake up from them and Taylor can't. And it haunts me. What if she's trapped there in an endless nightmare?
It's not sleep when you're in the bank. It's nothingness. You don't feel anything.
Like transferring in CTC? I remember what you said.
And you remember that I'd still choose the bank?
James, I have to save her! Fuck! You understand?
You get it. Sometimes you have to cross the line. And if you do it, at least make it for someone you love.
Well, I don't know if that's what I want.
Do you know what I'd give to see Rachel again? Fucking anything.
Thanks for being straight with me.
Press your finger.
I can handle it.
Those mushrooms are funny.
Sarah, we need to start investigating.
Just a minute. Not so fast. One more question. A basic one.
Yeah,
Why don't you tell me why you stormed in here like a lunatic?
I told you, I thought you were in danger.
Based on what? Did something happen when we lost contact?
Can you fire up the board here?
No.
Do it the old way then. In the meantime, I'll summarize the Red Room for you.
The Red Room?
It's a piece of fucked up history. Better buckle up.
I can't believe all this evidence. You were right from the start.
Seriously? What surprises you most?
That's not what I meant. But the murderer was behind everything from the beginning. Did he take over his body?
Strong assumption. We better go one step at a time.
Now? You're going to get skeptical now?
I just want to sort it out.
Okay. Where do we start? James, I managed to get what was in Green's safe. There were recordings of his synchro tests and a ton of private notes. It's pretty unusual.
Upload. How do you deal with that kind of desynchro?
And how do you deal with it?
I don't know if I'm the best example.
I'm getting used to the big names of the corpses at our feet. What are they doing there, apart from the obvious?
Together they worked on how to calm the riots, how to use the Fourth Estate. Who knows if they would have failed.
Dickheads. Why didn't we have access to these recordings?
They were in the Red Room.
I'll try to get to them. Oh, haven't heard that before. Good to know you still have feelings for them. I learned this was the plan for the next 100 years. Numerous attempts to save what we have in this system.
And our system isn't perfect? At least for them.
It turns out not to be the case. Apparently, every prediction ended in disaster. Okay, let's assume that this was his motive. What's next? I still don't get that part of the story. When I think that they really used the...
At least the motherfucker's dead.
Everyone like him deserved it. Both died on dates shown on the symbols.
The problem is that Green's date of death was carved long ago.
There may be no evidence that they made a transfer of consciousness at the time of the incident, but his behavior...
I know, it's damn suspicious. Let's just put it together piece by piece.
Lots of familiar faces, but compared to Green, they're small fry.
It's their mouth that spits out lies that millions eat up.
These are the only people who can deal with the chaos in this city?
Am I? No. But I think that's what Green is trying to tell us.
Do you buy it?
Well, this motherfucker knew corruption and power like no one else. Okay, whether it was Green's will or someone else who's pulling the strings, why did Green have to die?
I see at least three possibilities.
Can you be more specific, Miss Detective?
I'm throwing them in. Like I said, I have at least 3 hypotheses.
Yes, ma'am.
I feel like following this lead might take a long time.
I'm just looking at all the angles.
How sure are you of that?
Very. About 30%.
Following this lead, Green didn't have to be the only one like that. Since the most influential players are more or less dead, their seats are up for grabs. The whole thing may simply have been about tearing the city apart. How much planning does it take to set up something like that?
I don't know, but we need to figure out who's pulling the strings in all of this.
And you? Why'd you become a cop?
Work well under pressure, resistant to stress, ability to assess situations quickly. Only the commander instead of a coach, and the field's a bit bigger.
And that's all?
I believed in justice. And shit like that.
But you don't anymore?
Come on, grow up. Who asks questions like that? Especially after all the shit we've seen. This one room, the bedroom, is totally secure.
It's a slum, but I gotta be able to close my eyes sometimes. It's possible to break in there with enough effort, but I'd have time to be awake and ready.
Ever watch any westerns?
No. What are they about?
Oh, you'd love them. I think you'd identify with the characters. Okay, let's try to draw some conclusions. It all comes down to one question. Could Green really be a puppet?
I thought so, but the more I watch the Red Room and foyer footage, the more I doubt it. Green, the way he gestures and talks to himself, he looks crazy.
Talking to yourself doesn't mean you're crazy.
You know what I mean, when he's waving his arms and hurting himself. But I have no idea what taking over a body would look like. Fuck, I don't know. Which one of them was behind this? Green or the killer?
The more important the decision, the less certain, huh?
We're out of time for mistakes.
He's a murderer. Green's death wouldn't make sense. He must have been influencing for a long time until he finally got him to shoot the other deviants. Damn influential deviants. He took another harvest on Icarus.
And if he's aiming to paralyze the city, to create chaos, so what's his next step?
The motherfucker leaves no trace. The trail's cold.
Why haven't we heard of him before? He's a pro, after all.
Criminals are still in their learning curve when they do their first crimes. They leave more traces behind.
I'll check similar poisoning cases in recent years.
No, poison may have been removed from reports. Check the final death.
Oh, I think I have something. 2 weeks. No, shit. I was wrong. Forget it.
Sarah, rewind.
No, you can't touch your own case, or reconstruct it, or explain it. You can't defend yourself.
I'm the only one who can.
Oh, the fucking savior of the world. Can't you let go just this once?
You know the answer.
Damn you. Hang on.
I have to... What's this?
A new earpiece. This one shouldn't be so easy to spot.
Ah, thanks. Looking in the mirror at yourself, sometimes the scariest thing imaginable. But it was time to face myself on my own, without dragging anyone else down.
Nice.